this is Jo from Maths Tutor Me. Today we're doing coordinate geometry and we're going to graph lines that are parallel to the x-axis or the y-axis. Okay, so a lot of the graphs that we've been looking at so far are things that have the equation like y is equal to 2x plus 3 or y is equal to negative 5x minus 7. They're long equations. When we have these little short ones, these are the equations that are parallel to the axes. So, lines parallel to the y-axis have equations in the form x equals some number, a, where a is the point where the line crosses the x-axis. And lines parallel to the x-axis have equations in the form y is equal to some number, where b is the point where the line crosses the y-axis. So we want to draw and label the lines on this Cartesian plane. So if you have some grid paper, you can draw up the Cartesian plane. So you always remember to label the x and the y-axis. And once it's all drawn up, we're ready to go. Alright, so draw and label the lines on the Cartesian plane. X is equal to 4. So the way I remember it, if it says x equals, it means it's going through the x-axis at 4. So x-axis at 4 is here. So it will be a straight line going through the x-axis right there, like that. There you go, which is parallel to the y-axis. So that is x is equal to 4. If I have y is equal to 1, that means it's going through the y-axis at 1. So it'll be going this way. Put some arrows on the end, and that's y is equal to 1. Next one is x is equal to minus 3. So x is equal to x-axis at minus 3. There it is. X equals minus 3. And our last one here, y is equal to minus 2. So y-axis is going through the y at minus 2. Let's make that one nice and long. Y equals minus 2. And that's it. That's how simple it is to sketch lines parallel to the axes. Okay, so let's have a look at question 2. Give the point where each set of lines cross, or where they meet. So if we have the line x is equal to 3 and y is equal to negative 1. So we don't need to draw this, but the graph can be helpful. If x is equal to positive 3, x is equal to 3 is a line going through x is equal to 3, like that. Y is equal to negative 1 is going through negative 1, would be going across this way. And those two lines would meet here at this point. That point has coordinates 3, negative 1. So x is 3 and y is negative 1, which you can see are the numbers that were given here in the question. So you can probably guess for B here, if x is equal to negative 2 and y is equal to 0 are my two lines, they're going to cross at negative 2, 0. Okay, so here are some questions for you to try. Pause the video, they're just like the ones that we just did. Give them a go and restart the video to see your answers. Okay, let's quickly draw a Cartesian plane. X and y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the negative side, positive y values and negative y values. Okay, so here we go. X is equal to 5, goes through the x-axis at 5, all the way out here. So x equals 5. Y equals negative 3, going to the y-axis at negative 3. Y equals negative 3. X equals 0, going through the x-axis at 0. Now, a different colour might help here to see through the x-axis, like that. So that is x is equal to 0. And for the final graph, y is equal to 2. So through the y-axis at 2. Y equals 2. Okay, and for our next question, give the point where each set of lines cross. If x equals minus 5 and y equals negative 7, if those lines cross over, they're going to meet at negative 5, negative 7. And if x equals 0 meets with y equals 3, they're going to meet at 0, 3. And that's it. Hopefully you got those answers. I'll see you next time for some more coordinate geometry. Bye.